you are about to have some fun today. Welcome back to part 3 of our 5-part video series, all about getting the most out of your Power Sheets and the most out of your 2019 ahead. I'm Laura, and I'm excited for you. So I have this funny feeling that a year from now, in 2020, y'all, can you believe that that's gonna come up soon? That feels so futuristic. In 2020, when you fill out your 2020 Power Sheets, one of the things that you're gonna write down that was good about that year was doing your 2019 Power Sheets. Because it's really easy to go through a year and go through the motions. And sometimes we may end the year and feel super frustrated looking back and thinking, I could have made progress on the things that mattered, but instead I just kind of did my life by accident, right? And that's why I'm excited for you, because you're not doing that. You're gonna live on purpose. You have decided to be intentional about your time, and that starts here. Today, we're gonna start on page 18. So flip on over there with me. Page 18 starts with good things. One of the best ways we move forward is to look at the past and learn from the past. So on page 18 is actually one of the pages that I have really gotten the most out of over the last 7 years of us doing this, is intentionally looking back at the good that happened. Because I think it can be really easy to end a year and just look at the bad stuff, right? It's kind of like when you have a bad day, or you say today was a bad day because 1 or 2 or maybe 5 or 10 bad things happened, and it makes you miss all the good that happened in the middle. And I've had very difficult years where when I finally got to this page, I actually realized a lot of good happened. And I hope you experience the same. So if you've had a very challenging year, I really want to fight with you in this. To say, let's just pick out one thing even that you felt like grew well, big or small. It doesn't have to be some big project or some giant trip you took or anything. Maybe it was that you got better at putting your laundry away, okay? So it can be anything big or small. These little things really add up. So on page 18, fill out, what are some of the good things from this year? What are you grateful for? What grew well? What are the things that you made progress on, or even celebrate the milestones in other people's life that you're grateful for? Flipping over to page 19, we're gonna start listing out the challenges. What are some challenges that you had? And then we're gonna start to see those challenges as opportunities. So if you have a really big list of challenges, or this feels like you're kind of just spilling all the stuff out from this year, that's okay. That's what Power Sheets are here for, is to be a safe space for you to get all this stuff out of your head and give it a place so we can move forward. I'm excited. Moving on to page 20, over here on page 20, we get to start looking at the good things and the challenges as opportunities. Maybe there's a lesson that you learned from one of those challenges. Maybe it was you took on too many projects, or you feel like you didn't have enough time. Just write these facts down. Big or small, what are some of the lessons you learned on page 20? Moving over to page 21. What are some of the things that feel unanswered for you? Maybe it's something you've been praying for a while that you just don't have an answer on. Maybe it's a job that you want that you just feel like, I have no idea where this is gonna go. I don't even know what they think of my application. Maybe there are some things that are in the balance for you right now. What's in the weight? What remains unanswered or confusing or unresolved? Maybe it's tension in a relationship. You get to choose here. Whatever it is for you, what's in the weight? And fill that out. The bottom of page 21 is an awesome opportunity for you to look back and realize you did not do this year alone. So write out the people you're grateful for, and this is where we get to take it one step further. So as cultivators, you're a cultivator, I'm a cultivator, because we think differently. We're not just gonna write things, we're gonna do something about them. It's kind of like having some really beautiful flower seeds in your hand and holding them really tight in your hand and not doing anything with them. It's time to open up that hand, let those seeds dig into that dirt and start to grow. So looking at your list of the people that you're grateful for, what can you do about it? Maybe it's a simple text message, maybe it's a simple email you can send. Just pause the video right now and let's get started. Pause the video right now and go and thank someone for what they've helped you do in the last year. All right. We need to have a little drum roll, a little dance party, whatever you feel like doing. Get up and stretch. Y'all are working so hard, and we're about to get to a really fun page, because when we start to list the things that we're saying yes to in the year ahead and things we're saying no to, we're making decisions. And we make decisions about something that helps to change our actions, and those actions change our outcomes. So this page is where we start to live it out. So filling out page 23. This will be our last page for this section. Fill out page 23, and I want you to declare boldly the things that you are saying no to and the things that you're going to say yes to. Because when you say no to something, and y'all, I know it's probably really hard, or maybe it's not for you. For me, it's really hard sometimes to say no. Maybe it's saying no to a commitment or a social engagement or a project, or someone wants you to do something somewhere and you just feel like you're so stretched thin already. Are you feeling that? Sometimes the most life-giving word we can use is no. You have permission to say no so that you can say yes to the things that matter. That's what this is all about. What are you saying no to in order to live out your cultivated life ahead? And then what are you saying a bold, big yes to in order to live this out too? I'm excited to see your lists. My list has things like I'm saying no to worry. I'm saying no to moving too fast through life and work. And then on the other side, I'm saying yes to what matters most. I'm saying yes to sleep. I'm saying yes to singing. It can be anything. It doesn't have to be these big grand things. Maybe it's you're saying yes to baking more cookies. Maybe it's you're saying no to taking out the trash every day and you need some help with it from your significant other. Maybe that's just me. Whatever it is on your list, name them, claim them, and let's start making decisions about them. One of the things I'm saying yes to is telling you you're on the right path. I know this because you've chosen to do PowerSheets. You've chosen to be intentional about where you're placing your time, where you're using the currency of your time, because it is. It's the currency we use in order to invest in the things that matter most to us. I actually pulled out my 2018 PowerSheets. So I filled this out at the very beginning of 2018. I was sitting in the same shoes you're in right now. And on my list of what I'm saying yes to, I wrote down, I'm saying yes to stepping away for perspective. This was different for me. So I remember feeling some fear when I wrote this down, and maybe you're feeling fear right now. Maybe you've written something down and you're like, I'm saying yes to that. And you're like, I'm trying to say yes to this. It's hard. It's going to take a lot of work to live it out. I just want you to know it's worth it. When I wrote down, I'm saying yes to stepping away for perspective, I knew that I had gone through a lot of seasons of times where my calendar got filled up before I had a say about it. Have you ever done that? You feel like your calendar has control over you? And instead of doing that, I decided at the beginning of 2018 to cultivate my calendar, to use the gift of forethought. A little intentional forethought goes a long way. Look ahead at my calendar, put tiny little pockets of vacation days where I could, even a single afternoon where I could, so that I could take better care of myself in order to take care of the people I love the most. So when I look at this list of saying yes to stepping away for perspective, I'm so grateful to say that I've gained that. And it hasn't been because I've been perfect about keeping a schedule. It's because little by little, taking 7 steps forward and sometimes 6 steps backwards, because little by little, I've made progress on that goal. Little by little, you're going to do the same. So if you're looking at your list and feeling like these things are impossible, you don't have to do it all overnight. You could just take it step by step. I promise you'll get there. So let's get started right now. Looking back at the list of people that you're grateful for, if you haven't taken that action step yet to text someone, call someone, pull out a postcard and write some snail mail right now, imagine the impact that one little interaction might have to change someone else's life. Because really, this isn't about us. It's about loving other people well. Cultivating what matters is about loving other people well too. So I'm excited for the next section. Get ready to talk about what fires you up, and I'll see you next time.